Our KLM flight from Miami to Amsterdam arrived as scheduled, and we had some free time to walk around the Amsterdam airport while we waited for our flight to Berlin. Berlin Tegel Airport is the main international airport in Berlin. In 2010, the airport served just over 15 million passengers, making it by far the biggest airport serving Berlin and the fourth busiest airport in Germany. The airport is scheduled to close by the 3rd of June 2012, the day the new Berlin Brandenburg International Airport is set to become operational. On the way to the hotel, we had the opportunity to see the famous Victory Column, erected to commemorate the Prussian victory in the Danish-Prussian War. We also drove by the Brandenburg Gate, a former city gate and one of the main symbols of Berlin and Germany. We stayed at the Hilton Berlin Hotel, located on historic Gendarmenmarkt and just across the street from the concert house and the French and German cathedrals. The Gendarmenmarkt is a square in Berlin and the site of the concert house and the French and German cathedrals. The German cathedral has a pentagonal structure which was built in 1708. In 1785 it was modified and a domed tower was added. The Concert House Berlin is the most recent building on the Gendarmenmarkt. It was built in 1821. The center of the square is crowned by a statue of Germany's poet Friedrich Schiller. The French cathedral, the older of the two cathedrals, was built between 1701 and 1705. The French cathedral has a viewing platform, a restaurant, and a Huguenot museum. Just across the street from our hotel, we found the J.W. Augustiner restaurant, where we enjoyed a delicious meal, Bavarian style. Viking River cruises included a Berlin tour the morning of June 10th. Following are pictures and video we captured during the tour. King Frederick II of Prussia. The Palace Bridge, adorned by beautiful statues. Detail of the fantastic railings. Lovely view of the canal. The Berlin Cathedral. The East Side Gallery is a section of the Berlin Wall designated as a memorial for freedom and where 106 paintings by international artists are on display. The Berlin Wall was a barrier constructed by the German Democratic Republic starting on 13 August 1961 that completely cut off West Berlin from surrounding East Germany and from East Berlin. The fall of the Berlin Wall on November 9, 1989 paved the way for Germany's reunification, which was formally concluded on October 3, 1990. The Oberbaum Bridge is a double-deck bridge crossing Berlin's River Spree, considered one of the city landmarks. It links former boroughs that were divided by the Berlin Wall and has become an important symbol of Berlin's unity. The new synagogue, built 1859-1866. Europa's center crowning glory was and remains the Mercedes star that sits atop the building. It measures 10 meters in diameter and rotates once every minute. Once the crown jewel of West Berlin's retail establishments, Europa Center now stands as a reminder of post-war 1960s West Germany. The Neptune Fountain. The Berlin Zoological Garden. The Reichstag building is a historical edifice in Berlin constructed to house the parliament of the German Empire. It was opened in 1894. The Reichstag dome is the large glass dome at the very top of the building. The dome has a 360-degree view of the surrounding Berlin cityscape. Berlin's main train station. This bridge takes you to the Tiergarten. The Chancellery Building. Berlin's Philharmonic's primary concert venue. Memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe. The cost of construction was approximately 25 million euros. The memorial is controversial and was described by Ignaz Bubis, the then leader of the German Jewish community, as unnecessary. Part of the facade of the Jewish Museum Berlin. Checkpoint Charlie. The Brandenburg Gate is a former city gate and one of the main symbols of Berlin and Germany. It is the only remaining gate of a series through which Berlin was once entered. 1 block to the north stands the Reichstag building. The gate is the monumental entry to Unter den Linden, the renowned boulevard of linden trees, which formerly led directly to the city palace of the Prussian monarchs. The gate consists of 12 Doric columns, 6 to each side, forming 5 passageways. Atop the gate is the quadriga, a chariot drawn by 4 horses driven by Victoria, the Roman goddess of victory. View of the Screamer statue and the Victory column from the March 18th square. Victoria, Golden Lizzie, and viewing platform atop Victory column. The Soviet War Memorial, one of several war memorials in Berlin, erected by the Soviet Union to commemorate its war dead. Lunch at the Gaffel House, only 1 block away from the Hilton. When we came back from the morning tour, the hotel personnel helped us move to the promised junior suite. The room faced the Gendarmenmarkt. Panoramic view of the Bebelplatz. St. Hedwig's Cathedral, a Roman Catholic cathedral, seat of the Archbishop of Berlin. It was built in the 18th century as the first Catholic church in Prussia. The cathedral burned out completely in 1943 during air raids on Berlin and was reconstructed from 1952 up to 1963. The library memorial is simply a room with empty bookshelves, symbolizing the books that were burnt. The room itself is underground and you can see it through a glass pane. The Berlin State Opera Building, the Royal Library, now seat of the Humboldt University Faculty of Law. The Humboldt University of Berlin is Berlin's oldest university, founded in 1810 as the University of Berlin by Wilhelm von Humboldt, whose university model has strongly influenced other European and Western universities. Monuments to Alexander von Humboldt and to Helmholtz, physician and physicist. Dating from 1816, the new guardhouse is a leading example of German neoclassicism. Originally built as a guardhouse for the troops of the Crown Prince of Prussia, the building has been used as a war memorial since 1931. The Old Arsenal of Berlin is the oldest structure of the Under den Linden Boulevard. The Crown Prince Palace, now a permanent art exhibition center.